my brothers, so you've learned so far that you are an Israelite, right? Because that's very, very important. We also call blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, who make up the 12 tribes of Israel. But we're the only ones who are lost. We're the only ones who, like, we ask our people, what's the nationality? No! How come? Isaiah 1 and 3. That's where it's from. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. Watch what the Lord said, brothers. That's why it's a really good thing that you two stepped up. Right. Because guess what? The Bible is talking to the men. Right. The Bible, you see how the sister came up and said whatever she had to say and just left? It's up to us to get ourselves right, and then they'll follow. The Bible is for mainly you, brothers. Bring it out. Right? So it's very important that you learn who you are. You will be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Yes. Right? Right? So read it. Watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
And once I read this, I want you to tell me what people is this talking about, right? Because you ask the Chinese, right, what's their nationality? They'll say, what? I'm Chinese, right? You ask the Arab, I'm Arab, I'm Afghanistan or whatever. Same with East Indian and Japanese. Let's see what people God is comparing this to, right? You tell me once we read it. Read.
The ox knoweth his owner.
He said the ox. What's an ox? My brother, what's an ox? An ox. Ox. Ox is like a cattle. Yeah, like the bull, like a cow. A cow, right? That's an ox, right? He said an ox, read that again.
The ox knoweth his owner.
He says the ox knows his owner, right?
Right.
We should all know who we belong to and where we're from as a people, right? So much so, even the ox knows who he belongs to.
Bring it out.
Even the ox knows that, because that's very basic. You have to know who you are. That's very important. Right? Even the ox knows who he is.
Bring it out.
Watch this. Read.
And the ass, his master's crib.
What's the ass? What animal is known as the ass? Yeah, what animal is known as is called the ass? What animal is that? A donkey. A donkey is the ass. He says the ass knows his master's crib. Meaning the ass knows where he belongs. You can lead a donkey 30 miles away, the donkey will find his way home.
Right.
The donkey knows where he's from.
Right.
That's how basic this information. You have to know who you are. Right? But read.
But Israel does not know.
He says, but Israel today don't know who they are.
Bring it out, all.
What people is that talking about? What people today, can you ask 5 of them, what's your nationality? And they give you 5 different answers that make no sense. Right. What people is that? Talk to me. What do you think? You can ask the Chinese, what's your nationality? They'll say, I'm Chinese. Japanese, same thing. Same thing with the Arabs. What nation of people today would you ask, what's your nationality? And they give you some answers that don't make sense. Huh?
I don't know.
You don't know? Take a guess. Take a guess. Just take a guess.
White people?
Say white people? They can tell you that they're from Europe, right? They're from London. They're from Britain. They're from all these different, different lands. What people today cannot give you, like when the officer asked you earlier, what's your nationality when you were coming up? What did you say?
Oh, you talking about us then?
Yeah.
So you talking about like us, like black?
Also, black people. Black people, right? You ask most black people what's your nationality, they'll say what? Black. Can you take a flight to a land people.
Bring it out.
Is it not important? You see how a lot of times we ask our people like, they don't even care. Finish that out, read, finish that out.
My people do not consider.
You see that? We don't even care to know who we are. Right? But we like to sing to say what? We have to come together, right, as a people. You've heard that before, right? How else can we come together if we don't even know who we are?
You know.
Right? You see, like, have you ever been to a Chinatown? Now, have you heard of a Chinatown? You've heard of it, right? That's the Chinese coming together, even in a land that is not there.
Bring it out.
Coming together, establishing what? Cities, schools, hospitals, businesses.
That's right.
Establishing everything. Why? It starts from the very basic. You have to know who you are.
Make it play.
You have to know who your people are.
Right.
You have to know who your God is.
Right.
Your religion.
Right.
Your culture.
Right.
Your history.
Right.
You have to know those things. If you don't know those things, guess what? Like you said, he asks you what are some of the problems we have in our communities, right? And you say what? Selling weed. Right? That's as good as we can get. As a people, if we don't know who we are and how special we are. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We have to know who we are. That's very important. I know you have to go, but let me assure you this. Every minute that you stand here and listen is worth it.
Right.
Is worth it. Because you're learning who you are. And this information, you will take it with you everywhere you go. And no one can deceive you and put you down, because now you know how special you are according to God. Watch this, read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
For
Thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
This is God speaking to the children of Israel, which you just learned today that that's really who you are. You be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
The whole Bible is not for the whole world.
Right.
The Bible is only for you. That's why when you read throughout the Bible, it's only talking about who? The children of Israel, children of Israel, children of Israel. This is our history that we've disconnected from. Read what God says about us. Read.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
That's why I say every minute you spend here is worth it, because we're giving you God's word. God chose you.
What?
Read.
To be a special people.
To what?
To be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You see what God says? He just said that what? Out of all the people upon the face of the earth, he chose the Israelites, you, to be special to him.
That's right.
To be special to him. Even though the Christian churches, they have this book, but they will not show you the truth.
That's right.
Because those churches were set up by the same oppressors who put us in these conditions.
Bring it out.
Who put us in these conditions. Are you familiar with slavery? Have you ever heard or read or seen any of this history before? These? Yeah? What do you know about slavery?
We was locked up.
We were locked up, okay. What else?
We got beat.
We were beaten. These are scars on his back. Right? You can beat this into people's back. That happened. Right? We were beaten. What else? What about this? What do you see here? What's happening here?
Sold.
We were sold.
Bring it out.
We were sold. Now, tell me, what other race of people in the whole world did this happen?
Black.
Blacks?
Light skin.
Huh?
Light skin.
Who?
Indians.
Mexicans? Mexicans, guess what?
Indians.
Huh?
Indians.
Native American Indians, right? Guess what? Us, that's what we're out here. So-called blacks, so-called Latinos, Mexicans, right? So-called Native Americans. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Now, outside of these people, is there any other race that can identify with these atrocities?
No.
Any other race? Did this happen to the so-called white man? No. He did this to us, right? Chinese. Believe it or not, we actually were slaves to them as well.
That's right.
Only us went through this. Why is that? Why just us? Do you ever think about it? Why is it that we're the only ones who live in the hoods? Why is it that we're selling drugs to our own people? Why do we kill each other? Why do we have single parent households? Are you two brothers? You're not brothers. Do you live with your parents, both of them? Father and mother?
No, I'm with my nana.
Huh?
I'm with my nana.
You what?
His nana.
You with,
That, you
with your
said
daddy?
My nana.
Your
His
daddy?
nana.
Okay, what about you?
Mom, dad.
Huh?
Mom and dad.
Your mom and dad. But for the most part, as a people, do we live with our moms and dads? Both parents? Why? Why do we live? Why is that going on in our communities?
Bring it up.
Why just us? Why is it? Because, believe it or not, during slavery, your forefathers who went through this built this country.
That's right.
But we live in the bottom? Why is that? Why are we smoking the same tobacco? Why are we killing ourselves with the same tobacco that we picked?
Right.
Why just us? Read that again, 7 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Actually, I'm sorry, drop that. Give me Amos 3. Amos 3 and 1. This is why. This is why we go through all that as a people. Why are we the only ones who don't know who we are? Right? We call ourselves what, a color in a crayon box, like your pants are black. Right. Is that who you are as a people? Right? Why do we call ourselves Afro-American or African? You know, African-American is two white men. Leos, Scipios, Africanus, and Amerigo Vespucci.
Right.
Can black people come out of two white men? Why do we call ourselves by two white men? Right? You have to know who you are.
Right.
And who you are is what? Israelite. You are God's chosen people.
That's right.
Right, my brother? We are God's chosen people.
Right.
Right? So why is it that we suffer as a people? You got flyers, right? You got flyers? Do you go to church? You go to church? If you go to church, this is the time to quit. Alright? If you really want to get close to God, call the number in the back, because we go according to the whole Bible. We first show you who you are, how special you are, and what you must do to come back to good grace with God. So make sure you call the number in the back. Alright? Now, my brother, so we're showing our young brothers why we suffer as a people. Right? Like I asked them earlier, right? If I may ask you, what's your nationality? What would you say?
They always told me I was black.
They always told you were black. Alright? My young brothers, my young brothers, real quick, right? So I just asked the brother, he said they always told him that he's black. Right? So now, is black a nationality?
No.
No.
It's a color.
It's a color. Black is a color.
But I ain't black.
But
Black.
you're not black.
Black.
You're not actually black.
Right.
But why do we go by that? Why do we settle with nothing?
Because that's what the white man taught us.
That's what the white man
and
taught
we ain't
us.
never taught ourselves any better.
We never taught ourselves anything. Oh my goodness. This is your time, my brother. This is your time. Read Amos real quick.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, children of Israel. Now, let me ask you, do you go to church?
No, sir.
You
Not
don't go to
anymore.
church.
Not anymore.
If you read throughout the Bible, you will notice that the Most High is always addressing the Israelites.
Right.
There is a reason for that, right? What we're showing the young brothers, guess what? According to the Bible, you will actually be an Israelite.
That's right.
You are not black.
Right.
Black is a color, right? When they stole, can you see these pictures?
Yes, sir.
When we got stolen from the west coast of Africa and we were brought here, right, they renamed us. That's what all the branding was about. The same way you go to a shelter, you buy a dog, what's one of the first things you do? You give it a name. When they stole us, they renamed us.
We're the nation
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brothers, be strong in the Lord. His word, his word.